Today on CCX News, budget cuts impacting Robbinsdale area schools. What's on the chopping block and how elected officials are responding. The Robbinsdale area school district announced mass layoffs last week. This week, the district's school board took a look at making more cuts. Kevin Miller has more on the budget cuts planned for the district.
I know that the last few months have been incredibly difficult for everyone, for students, families, teachers, staff, and administrators.
School board officials addressed the public Monday after about 200 Robbinsdale School District employees were laid off.
I want to acknowledge that what you've been through is a horrible, horrible experience.
The district has a nearly $21 million deficit. It's partly caused by an accounting error, but officials say inflation and unfunded mandates are also a problem. That means big budget cuts are planned for the next school year. Those expected cuts will result in larger class sizes, fewer counselors, and fewer media specialists. The board also approved changes to school start times and its transportation plans to save money. But these cuts will not be enough to balance the budget. Some board members say they trust the process.
It is a terrible thing that we are in this spot. And I know for myself personally, I put myself on the line when I say I support our superintendent and I support our CFO.
Meanwhile, some board members are still worried about what it means for the classroom.
And so when we're looking at increased classrooms, no counselors, lack of a MTSS position, I have really, really grave concerns that we're not supporting our students.
In New Hope, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
The city of Maple Grove swore in a new fire chief Monday night. Maple Grove Mayor Mark Stephenson administered the oath to new chief Madison Zickmund. Zickmund comes to Maple Grove after previously serving as fire chief for the city of Fridley. Maple Grove has been without a permanent full-time fire chief for almost a year. In addition, the city council took action to begin recruitment for a new deputy fire chief. Meanwhile, a Brooklyn Park man is accused of driving drunk and speeding before crashing into and killing a motorcyclist in western Wisconsin. 33-year-old Andre Matthews is charged with homicide by intoxicated use of a motor vehicle. The criminal complaint says Matthews was weaving in and out of traffic and driving on the shoulder before striking a guardrail and veering back onto westbound I-94, crashing into the motorcyclist. The crash killed 58-year-old David Burley, a well-known restaurant owner and co-founder of the Blue Plate Group. His restaurants he helped run included 3 Squares in Maple Grove. Teenagers and young adults in Brooklyn Park will soon have a much larger place to hang out, exercise, and learn job skills.
1, 2, 3.
Brooklyn Park city leaders officially broke ground this week on what will be a new and improved teen center known as The Wood. The $10 million expansion of the Zanewood Recreation Center will include a new indoor gym, a Best Buy tech center, a workforce development office, art space, and other amenities. City leaders wanted to stress that this teen center will be a resource for all youth in Brooklyn Park.
This is very much one Brooklyn Park. So what I'm not interested in is people saying, well, that's for the kids below 85th. I'm going to be honest. This is for every kid that exists in Brooklyn Park.
The project is being funded through a park bond referendum that voters approved in 2018, as well as a combination of grants. City leaders hope to have the building ready by Christmas. Local mosquito control officials are predicting a higher number of disease-spreading mosquitoes this summer due to last year's above-average rainfall. In fact, they're expecting numbers not seen in 5 years. The Metropolitan Mosquito Control District treats nearly 262,000 acres for mosquito larvae in the 7-county metro, including more than 1,400 acres in Brooklyn Park. Right now, mosquito control workers are monitoring wetlands. Officials at the district's Maple Grove facility say mosquito larvae has already been detected, and you can expect to see the first mosquitoes between now and late April. A longtime Courage Kenny employee is in the running for an Olympic honor. Reporter Emily Haugen explains.
Well, this is a picture that they gave to all the athletes.
Since the 1970s, the names Susan Hagel and wheelchair basketball have been synonymous.
I actually was in the very first basketball game between two women's teams.
The decorated wheelchair athlete is humble, but she was a pioneer. She was a college athlete at the University of Illinois.
So these are the two
And a Paralympian.
gold medals for archery.
She medaled 4 times in archery.
This is the bronze medal for basketball, and that was in '80.
And in basketball.
You know, there is nothing better than when you do win the gold medal and they play the Star-Spangled Banner.
At the start of her Olympic career, Hagel also started her therapeutic recreation career at Courage Kenny. Hagel got to work with people like Ian Lynch, an eventual wheelchair basketball gold medalist.
She was my therapeutic recreation specialist when I was first paralyzed. So she's one of the first people in a wheelchair I met.
He said he didn't realize who she was until he made it to the Paralympics himself, but he said he gets it now.
It's incredible what she's did over her lifetime. And, you know, it's not these big home run hits, but it's step by step being able to build a legacy like that.
And this was our gold medal for basketball.
And Susan's story is still being told. She's a nominee for the Paralympic Hall of Fame.
25 years have gone by since I've retired from competitive sport, and now to have this nomination is just so special to me.
Hagel's proud of the legacy she continues to leave, even if she didn't realize that's what it was at the time.
You know, it makes me, proud to have been a part of getting it started and providing opportunities, for girls and women now.
In Golden Valley, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
Just one Paralympian is inducted into the Hall of Fame each year. You can vote for Susan at Team USA's website by April 10th.